What's up,
Hey, what's up? What's up?
man? How was your day?
Oh, it was low key, man. It was low key. Mel had to work, so we're gonna do something. Do something tomorrow. She said so. We'll see what. I'll probably probably check out that Top Gun Maverick movie.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, I'm gonna I'm gonna take some I'm gonna take some PTO Juneteenth time. You know.
yeah, yeah. I understand that.
Yep. But the day was good. I got walked out walked in Franklin Park. Just chill. It was a chill day.
Oh,
Beautiful
you
day.
went over my way, soda.
Yeah.
Okay. Franklin Park, Juneteenth weekend, Father's Day to everybody. Happy Father's Day. I'm not a father, but happy Father's Day anyway, people. Juneteenth weekend, all
Yes.
that.
Happy Father's Day.
Yeah, and last year,
Yeah, we couldn't
Father's
do,
Day and the first day of summer
couldn't do
came on the
nothing, could
same
we?
day, huh?
Yeah. And we were kind of still in lockdown, weren't we?
Well, last year, ah,
I think.
sort of, yeah. I guess more so than what we are now.
Right.
I don't know what we are now. Be honest with you.
I know, right?
Yeah, I don't know what's what with all this stuff. I couldn't tell you, but
Mm-hmm.
you know, I've been again listening to some stuff with Dr. Claude Anderson, and today we're gonna talk about the economics in our industry, in our communities, in this economics period. So stay tuned.
Yeah, right.
Okay, that was short.
No, I was like, hey, wait.
um, you know, we've talked about this before. Um, and it seems that before I got on here, I said, I did a little quick video. Said, how many sunsets are we gonna have? You
um,
know, and it seems that how many sunsets are we gonna actually have? Any of us? We waste our time
hmm.
on a lot of dumb stuff. And a lot of people say money ain't everything, but it gives you options. And if money wasn't everything, then why are so many people are blaming the president for the economy? See, we talk a lot of shit saying this is not that and that's not this, but yet when we got $5 or $6 gas prices, when food's tripled, then we want to blame somebody. Okay,
Hmm.
you can't have it both ways. You can't come to me and say money ain't everything, and then bitch about the economy. Okay, this don't work that way. Not with me, and I'm pretty sure not with you either.
No,
The
sir.
issue is stop depending on what the system's economy is telling you. In communities that don't practice group economics, usually fail, and that's been the problem in the black community. And it's just like, when we talk about people like, trusting and liking, well, if you don't trust and like your own group of people, how you gonna make it? How you think somebody else is gonna do business with you? What's your thoughts on that, Kent?
Yeah, yeah. The trust, the the trust and like factor. I mean, yes, we know that it's something that is earned, but the recipient has got to be a willing participant. It just can't be a one way connection. It can't be a one way connection when you as a business owner or entertainer or athlete, whatever the case may be, you're putting your best effort out to that particular group of folks, and they're not at the very least, willing to give you a tenth of that reciprocation. And then when things don't go as planned, or something to
Oh,
that effect,
freezing
then you're
up.
going then you're then they're wondering, well, why aren't you performing at the level that you said you're going to perform?
Yeah. And sometimes when you look at these trainings, especially being of a black or brown community, you can't take everything they say as gospel for your reality, because your reality is going to be different than theirs. And
Right.
that's one of the. I'm not saying that as an excuse. I'm just saying as a truth and reality of everything. You hear people, well, all I have to do is you bring value in it, but a lot of people's values, and especially in the black community, a lot of people's values ain't the same as white folks, but yet it is the same because everybody needs money.
Exactly.
Okay, if it wasn't, you wouldn't be bitching about it. You wouldn't be saying, "Oh, you wouldn't have said Obama didn't do nothing for the black community economically. Biden's not doing anything for the black community economically." Let's get back to this. What is the black community doing for the black community economically? It first starts with
Mm,
you. If you start looking
hmm.
at every economic, the excuses are really over until we start understanding that we have to take hold, regardless of all the other craziness that anybody else say. I don't care what people say, until you start understanding how economics runs. A community that consumes all the time will fail. A community that does not have, that doesn't own and control anything or doesn't produce anything but consume, will fail. And the people that are producing and also consuming will line up against you. It's like I always use the scenario in The Godfather. Okay, when the Don didn't want to get into the drug business because he thought it was a dirty business, even though Sonny said that was the future of money.
Hmm.
But he was looking at from the standpoint, okay, it's not like liquor and gambling a little bit. You'll get into a lot of other stuff. When it comes to drugs, yeah, it could be a little bit dangerous and stuff.
Hmm.
Well, economies change. And if you don't learn to change with the times of what's going on in the economy, you get left behind. And once you get left behind and you can't make the money that you were used to making, and then you start wanting to beg from these people or steal from other or cause problems, people are gonna get tired of your ass and they're gonna line up against you because
Mm.
you didn't learn to adapt to the changing situation. It's just like I try to tell people about, we try to tell people about you want using one of these things, these cell phones.
Right.
Everything is going to be changing. Is in the next 5 years. Who knows what's going to be what? The debit card may be gone away because now you can send money through what, Cash App, or you can use Zelle through your bank. Okay, those are kind of signals of digital commerce being transferred, wealth transfer
Exactly.
being happened, and we need to get aboard with that kind of stuff and understand that. I was listening to Dr. Claude Anderson today is talking about high-speed rail, black people need to get involved with that and invest in it because there's some money that can be in it. We need to be aware of what the investment trends are happening. The first thing, what we always talk about owning a business, because it sets you up to get and being able to compete in other joint venture things. This is a capitalistic society, people. Whether you like it or not, whether you like what gringos do, they usually start businesses which makes them able to compete in other joint venture financial things. Without that, you can't compete. And we still haven't learned that you got to start somewhere. I mean, even I was watching, I saw a clip of 50 Cent. He said, yeah, we hustle. He said, but we took that money and legitimized ourselves and invested it into business. Jay-Z, same thing. Those guys got what was going on. Doesn't matter how, we get in this moral thing where they got their money through drugs. Well, and they were smart enough to invest and wash their money. What money, what industries, what anything that has not gotten here illegally? Look what they did to black people. That was one of the biggest drug biggest distribution of wealth and free labor that we've ever seen. Okay.
Exactly. And just to add on to your point, how do you think the Kennedy family got so prominent? Because of Joe Kennedy Sr.'s bootlegging practices.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Let's get off this moral bullshit. Doesn't matter how. You can't be illegal stuff forever. You have to learn to legitimize and put it into some legal business that's going to help the society and all. That's all they've done. Ain't nothing in this country has been done without some kind of dark side to it. The whole drug trade is where a lot of these families enrich themselves on the drug trade. The slave trade and the drug trade are the same things that families enriched themselves and became wealthy and were able to play the game of investments and the game of finances. Ain't got nothing to do to stop. We get caught up in all this Christian bullshit about why, and if there was so much bad, why are they still making it? See, we get caught up in the oh, well, they'll have to pay. Well, you paying now. Black folks are paying now economically because they have not learned to play the game of finance. Why are you gonna wait till you? Well, you gonna wait till you believe in this shit about, well, I'll get mine in heaven. What makes you think you will? I don't care what. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't care what the Bible tells you. You gotta remember, Bible was written by men and it was translated by men. So that goes to tell you a lot of stuff right there. And you gotta understand something. Why are you gonna wait till you dead? You can't do nothing when you dead. And then y'all talking about, I don't know why it just irritates me the last few years, but we act like the only way we can do anything is be goody goodies. Black people have been so goody and get fucked every way but loose. Okay? Goody ain't gonna always, and goody ain't gonna get you into heaven. Just believing in something ain't gonna get you into heaven. Don't you are probably put here for something, and it's more or less to be your brother's keeper instead of being contrary to him. You think just because somebody written said all you gotta do is believe that's all you gotta do? There's a lot of stuff that I hear online that people leave out because they don't believe or they lie about the truth. It's like the in health, they always talk about sugar. Sugar is bad for you. This is bad. Sugar is a culprit. It's like crack cocaine, it's this and that. But
Mm-hmm.
they never say the processed sugar. They never put that thing in it. They always say sugar. They always generalize and demonize all sugar. Where do you think sugar comes from? Sugar cane. Okay. I saw a video where there's a process called sugarcane nectar that they squeeze out the elements of in the liquids of sugarcane and make it into a nectar, and it has a whole lot of health benefits. We're talking about sugar cane. My grandmother used to get cut sugar cane in the Caribbean, in all those
Mm-hmm.
places down south, and they cut all those things to use and suck on them. So it can't be sugar in the sense that what a lot of these health people keep demonizing, and it's just like spiritual stuff or manifestation stuff. They leave out certain things to make people think that's all you got to do. People, stop that. You're not doing anybody a favor in that kind of hot mess. I don't know what your thoughts about that, Kent, but is this something I always notice when people always talk about, creating your own life and everything, but they never say that there's laws from the spiritual realm and there's laws in the physical realm that both got to be followed. What's your thoughts?
Yeah, and even what you alluded to, what they say we all walk in, and I don't know the Bible passage, but there's a phrase that says we walk by faith and not by sight. Well, okay, that's fine and everything, but there's also, if I remember correctly, correct me if I'm wrong here, that there's a passage that says faith without work is dead. So
It's
if
dead,
you're
right?
if you're going to if you're going to say, well, I'm going to get my reward in the hereafter or in the by and by, you still have to put in the work to get that reward. It's
Right.
not just going to be placing your faith, you know, going to church, going to church on Sunday, or or reading the Bible. And Greg and I are not saying don't do that, because folks are going to do what they're going to do regardless. But you were just saying it's been in my experience, just like Greg said, it's being a goody two shoes does not guarantee you a ticket to heaven.
No,
and
I'm
and
pretty sure there's a
and
lot of people
and
out
it's
there.
it, yeah, because all of us are going to have to shut off our mortal coil, and we we don't know what heaven's going to be like if we go there.
Or if there is one, or if there is one as the sense of what people want to preach about. I've always heard there's
Hmm.
different levels of heaven, and we're not going to really, none of us are really going to go to the highest level because we don't, we don't, what's the word? That we don't levitate or vibrate at the highest thing to do that. See,
Hmm.
I heard things that they call this earth school. It's like, when you go to kindergarten, you got to do certain things to go to the first grade. First grade, you got to do things to go to second grade, so on and so on. They've made it kind of stupid now because now they got, what is they got? Graduation for kindergartners? Please, people. Graduation for kindergarten.
Hmm.
I mean, that's kind of
Yeah.
ridiculous. But you know what I mean? It's just there's certain things you have to
Yeah.
accomplish And if you're not didn't accomplish certain things here, this is where the reincarnation thing kind of makes more sense to me. Is if this, we're talking about this being Earth school, we're here for a learning thing, or we are energy, and we're here to learn how to manipulate energy, or whatever we're here to learn to do. If we don't
Hmm.
learn certain things, we're gonna be sent back here to repeat whatever obstacles we couldn't get over or whatever. See, people don't believe. There's a lot of black folks just believe. Oh, all I got to do is believe in Jesus Christ and da 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 da. That's it. And they ain't done shit. They ain't helped. They're not helping their families do nothing. They're not. They're arguing about everything. I mean, it just doesn't make sense for people to be like that. Hold
Yep.
on for a minute.
Yep. And 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 Greg was speaking about, in the sense of being, my brother's keeper. Well, I think part of Greg's vision was that, um, when he started this Sunset Sunday show back in 2016, just like he said, it was just him being on the phone, just talking to folks, and then, fast forward a few years to 2020, when he asked me and another brother to join him as a panelist on this, and not only for to help us in our businesses, but also to get exposure, and to help reach and expand the audience, and help us reach out to folks. And I think personally that this is a great way for just not only for us to expand our business, but also help those who, like we say, to help those who are looking to start a home based business, or, if they already have a home based business going, to help them learn skill sets, or to guide them to skill sets that'll help them take their business to the next level. And to me, that is a great way that I think that me and Greg are trying to do, is to help our fellow brothers and sisters out there who are looking to expand their business. So, when we help them, then they in turn can help folks who are looking to do the same thing. And, that's where, me and Greg's premise on this, is to help being our brother's keeper, so to speak.
Yeah, you can't see. You can't. You gotta understand something. The job was not invented for you to enrich yourself, because the job is only for the people that own those companies. See, we've been told by our mothers, especially black women, girlfriends, oh, you ain't got a job, oh, you ain't nothing. Well, a job don't make you rich. The job don't barely pay your bills. Okay, and more and more today, you got if you're going to survive in the game of capitalism and in this transference of wealth, you I'm gonna put it blunt. You gotta have a business some way, some form of fashion. I'm not saying to quit your job right away, but it's stupid to go get a second job. First of all, you get taxed out of the yin yang having a job. You're
Yeah.
taxed at the highest level of anything on the totem pole. So why keep doing a job for 40 years that you doesn't make sense. It really don't make sense to get a second job and you're taxed again. It's
Hmm.
earned income that you're taxed with. You're not taxed as an entrepreneur or a cash flow type deal. Total difference. You just go look that up. That's one of the biggest things why a job isn't the smartest thing to keep doing and to expect to retire from in 40 years, because of the taxes. Okay? we can get mad at people like the rich, all these guys, the Fortune, what's their name? All the
Fortune
rich folks.
5 companies. And
Yeah, but, all these people that have all these companies, Amazon founders and all these other,
right,
y'all get mad at
the,
them all you
the one
want.
percenter, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, we can get mad. But if you understand the games that they're playing, legally playing, then you can do this. Don't let the biggest problem, the Democrats don't teach you to play that game because they want you in a position of dependence also.
Mm-hmm.
Politicians politicians are hired on both sides and they play these different games, but in the whole scheme of things, politicians are hired to do one thing. Presidents, senators, all these people are hired to do one thing: to protect and preserve the system. You always hearing them protect democracy, protect this. No, that's a
Mm-hmm.
code name to protect the system that keeps you dependent, basically financially a slave. Okay. Um, I'm not saying when 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 Trump was talking, and I'm not a Trump supporter. Okay. Trump was saying some things that it might have been a little bit true, but he just went about a lot of shit the wrong fucking way. He was still fucking the lower the middle class and everybody else in that aspect because he was enriching himself with stuff. But
Right.
just because he said some things, his actions show different things. So you can't talk shit here and then say, well, we're going to do this or these people ain't that. Well, until you know a history of certain people, you're talking out of the side of your neck. And this is why we go back to saying that you need to learn to be. There's a book we had probably 20 something years ago. It's called Prosumer Power. Okay. And it talks about um, being a prosumer is basically the term production and consumer. They took those two words and put it together. Is producing while you consume. That's the whole. That was the whole business model idea. Really was supposed to be with network marketing, being your own best customer and teaching other people to do the same thing. Okay, that was the whole premise. But like a lot of other premises, things get out of hand, things
Right.
change, people get greedy, but you can still do that. This is what affiliate marketing was supposed to do. You do a business and you don't need to produce. Well, affiliate marketing, here's another thing. Affiliate marketing is about taking what other people produce and they allowing you to sell it and you still can make money. Okay. The only difference is that you actually didn't produce the product. Now there's a lot of ways to get in business. We're just talking about a lot of ways to get in business. There's the network marketing way, gives you an entrepreneurial foothold, a taste. Then you can get into affiliate marketing. Well, network marketing has elements of affiliate marketing because the products that you're doing and selling in the network marketing, you don't produce them either. Okay.
Right.
You just use the products and services that those companies give you a license to sell. That's all it is. And you network with people. Then there's a thing, like I said, there's a thing difference between networking and prospecting. That's a whole nother story. I don't want to get into that right now. But you gotta learn to control your economics in your neighborhood or in your group or wherever. Without controlling the economics in your neighborhoods or your village or whatever you want to call it, those people struggle and they fail and they end up depending on other folks, which gets them pissed off, and they they want to eliminate you because you're not pulling your weight. And I know it's not saying it's not your fault, but there's a time and place where when you don't learn certain things after a while, people will say, well, fuck it, why you not, why? There are tools out here now that you can do things for, and you still refuse to learn certain things and still want somebody to hand hold you or a handout. Well, goddamn, the shit's out here. We've been talking about this for the longest. And we're not going to look. What me and Kent do is not about spoon feeding or hand holding adults. People that look on here should be adult enough to either take the information and run with it, or you just like to be in the situation and not do anything because that's where you're comfortable at. Okay, if you're comfortable there, then you have no right. I'm gonna say this: you have no right to bitch about nothing. Your job, any situation that's going on with you economically, you got no right to bitch about it because the information has been sent to you all that. There's a lot of y'all come on here probably every week, peeking here. You don't really engage that much with us to get the information. I don't know what you want. They're always talking about your audience is the audience that you market to should be the one. Well, you can only control your audience to a certain level.
Right.
Okay? If the people that come on here must be interested in something. The problem with a lot of y'all is your self-esteem about who you are and what you could do. You too worried about your friends. Your friends ain't paying your bills. You can't worry about family. They ain't paying your bills. If they are, they ain't gonna pay them for long. People, you can't transfer job to your family, so you're gonna have to have some kind of, everybody. This is the thing. Another thing with black people, they leave out this. Proverbs says to leave an inheritance to your children's children's children. That means money, cash, assets, whatever. You can't leave a job. A job is not an inheritance. A job is not an asset. Until black folks, especially black folks in this country, learn economic. You don't. Another thing, you don't have to go get a loan from a bank. Most of y'all walk around with these damn things. But all you want to do is shake your ass, play Candy Crush, and talk some old dumb shit. And these devices are there to help you start a business. See, y'all got this idea that a business got to be brick and mortar, it's got to be this, it's got to have employees, it's got to have accounts payable, accounts rent. Those are traditional type businesses. Yeah. We're not talking about that. That takes a lot of money, a lot of time, which a lot of y'all don't have, and a lot of y'all wouldn't want it anyway. We are talking about businesses that will create a lifestyle for yourselves, whatever that may be. If it means sleep until noon, like me, whenever I want to, not having to commute to these jobs at $5 and $6 a gallon on gas. That's what we're talking about, people. We're talking about getting out of the lifestyle that you have and creating a lifestyle that you want. See, you can sit up here and dream all the hell. I hear people talking about dreaming all the time. But if you don't set a goal to what you want to do, dreaming ain't gonna mean shit. You can dream all the hell you want. That's what, and it'll just remain a dream. And if you don't get that through your head, we like I said, we only got so many sunsets and sunrises that we're gonna have. I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday about her mom's terminal, but her mom didn't set up anything for burial expenses and insurance, all that kind of shit.
Mm.
Now her kids got to run around here to set up all this stuff. They may have to do a GoFundMe. I mean, all that kind of shit. This is the thing that black people don't look. Why do y'all do this? Why do we do this? We talk all this shit about Jesus. Hey, where's Jesus? I ain't never seen Jesus come down and help none of y'all that all got to set a GoFundMe to bury your loved ones. Where's Jesus in them times? See, stop with the holier than thou bullshit and live in the physical where you're at. The laws of the physical are what you got to follow. The laws of the secular don't fit unless you can mine them with the laws of the physical. I don't give a shit what minister, preacher, or whoever has told you. Keep doing that and let me see what happens. Because you got to participate in your life. Ain't nobody else gonna do it. Ain't nobody else coming down from the sky doing it. So I mean, what more do you need to be told about what has to be done? Because ain't these talking to all these other ethnic groups, they don't give a shit. Mm-hmm. You're gonna have to get your shit together, band with a couple of people, and move some stuff forward. That's all we doing on here. You can do it digitally, okay? It ain't got to be all. I don't know what the problem. I really can't. This is the easiest time you're gonna ever have to build wealth because of the internet and social media.
And to your point, Greg, it seems like this with the pandemic and all this other stuff going on. Like you said, it seemed I can't think of a time that is more perfect for you to get yourself in. It just like you, and you said this on more than one occasion on the proven fact with that sister who lost her job. She did something with her stimulus and made herself a millionaire.
Man, she started a business.
Right.
21, 22 years
of course. Right. Yeah. Something like that. And okay, that might not be your goal, but your goal is definitely financial freedom. And
your goal gonna be financial, right? It's gonna be that. You can't look, people. Stop. Don't you got your goal is always gonna be based off of a financial whatever that may be. Okay, but it's gonna be financial. Then you wouldn't be bitching about a job and commuting because whatever at $5 a gallon, $6 a gallon in gas. It's always finding you need to catch yourself if you're doing that bitching and then don't look at what you're saying. The pandemic proved that online marketing, online businesses, working from home works. Too many people have done it. Don't go back to a job. They told corporate America to bafangul, kiss my ass, all that kind of stuff. And that's why we got the situation we got now that they can't find people to work because the pandemic showed people I don't need corporate America because of these devices and the internet connection. Now, what we could be going into a wealth transfer is like what happened during what they had in the farming age. See, a lot of y'all don't understand. We didn't always have in this country a job that you go to. That didn't happen until the industrial age. Most people, when they're in this country, they had businesses, okay, farming, whatever. They're all about entrepreneurship and businesses. The industrial age put a cramp on that. Some people kept their businesses, but what we're heading into now, or we've had it into now, is we're going back kind of to that era, but it's more of a digital age because of the transfer of information is more prevalent and easy because we got all these mobile type of devices, either from like mobile or laptop or whatever. That's where we're heading. We're heading where more people are going to be able to do those type of things, and more people have, because with this pandemic happen, and don't think there won't be another pandemic, because we've done some things that we have not learned to curtail. And if they're saying this thing was which I still don't believe that it was just natural, you're going to have to learn. You're going to have to re-up your skill sets to learn to use stuff to leverage digitally. Because what's going to happen, what I've seen is going to happen, most of your job thing, they're doing it now. Every time you go to the store now, there's more automated checkouts than there are cashiers. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
With that being said, that's telling me that everything's going to be automatically digital wise. You're going to be, when you go into this, there's not going to be no cashiers. Those jobs are going to be gone. Only thing they may have is somebody that monitor those things. And then after that, like I said, with your phone, you can transfer money to accounts to buy stuff. They're still going to have certain people have to deliver. But even with that, look what they got, the drone deliveries. They got, automation truck car type stuff. We can say all the shit we want to say about, well, I don't want to get in it. It's not about what you want. It's about what's happening. The changes that are happening in our society are happening regardless what you want, what you don't want. They're happening. And if you don't understand and get with it and understand all these type of things that are happening, you're going to be left the fuck behind. Okay? It's just like people, the bookstores that couldn't keep up, Blockbuster couldn't keep up with the Netflix type stuff. What happened to them? Those are proof to the point that I'm talking about. When industries don't keep up with changes that are happening, they lose out. They lose out. And nothing else you can say about it. They lose out. They get messed up and wonder why their business model is falling apart. I'm saying the same thing that's going to happen with a lot of these network marketing companies that don't get with the changing marketplace too. If they don't change their structure, I don't care how long they've been out. Sears has a company that went out, a business that was around 100-some years. Now it's totally online. See, all that brick and mortar shit, sometimes I wonder why they're building so many of these brick and mortar shits. And now what they're doing now is building a lot of, you notice they're building a lot of data centers, especially here in Columbus. You have Intel, you got Facebook, you got Amazon. All these data centers are telling me everything is going to go digitally information to do whatever you need to do. And that transfer of information and wealth is going to be digital.
Yep.
They say the Midwest or this Mid-East is going to be the new Silicon Valley. Okay? So with that being said, more and more, I think what's going to happen, especially with the infrastructure, houses are going to all need to be equipped with backup generators like they got for hospitals and everything.
Oh yeah.
See,
especially for those of us who were affected by by the blackout that happened this this week as a result of the storms or the extreme heat that was going on.
Yeah, I know. I was surprised that you was out because you usually are never out.
Well, yeah, and I guess it's because I was in that group that was part of the rolling blackout, but see, AEP dropped the ball on that. They should have, if they knew it was going to be a rolling blackout, they should have informed folks before it was done.
Yeah, they keep saying that they were trying to fix some stuff that storm hit, so they wouldn't damage more
Hmm.
extended customers. So that's why they picked certain areas to shut off because I guess
Hmm.
with that damage from whatever happened, it was starting a rolling blackout. I don't know. That's what
Right.
they say.
That's what they say.
Yeah. So I don't know, man. There's gonna be a whole lot of changes happening in the next five. I'll say 5 to 10 years. I'll say 5 years, really, because they're gonna have to. There's too many things structural wise, the environment wise are changing and causing more problems. They're gonna have to get on the stick and pass these bills to restructure everything in this country because it's too out of date. It can't sustain
Yeah.
itself and maintain itself the way it's doing now. And
Hmm.
without that upgrade, there's gonna be a whole lot of people, a whole lot of things are gonna crash and burn. And sometimes you make you wonder if that's what they want to do. Is that another way of
Hmm.
genociding the population? I mean, I'm just saying, you really don't know anymore with people. You start thinking about, well, shit, why is it taking so long? Why they don't want to spend the money, but they sending all this money over to the Ukraine. Oh, people starting fireworks.
Yep.
They sending all this money to the Ukraine, where you need to start sending, transferring this money. Well, they can do that because they can print money. But with them
Hmm.
printing money, all gonna more or less. Well, I don't even know if it's gonna devalue the dollar bill as long as people look at the United States as the currency of the world. That's why they keep doing it. The minute they
Yep.
stop looking at the United States as the currency of the world, United States is fucked. Dollar bill crashes. We get into a hyper recession. Hyper recession. You talking about gas prices high now? Shit.
Mm, 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 mm.
That's what people don't understand. We're not taught about economics in school because we're taught to get a job. That's all we're talking about. That's an autocratic mentality right there. They don't call it that. We talk in terms of our republic, but then they talking, on the other hand, on the other part of the thing, they talk about democratic. You can't have a Republican and Democratic thing at the same time. Somebody full of shit. Okay. But they don't expect the American people to understand that or decipher that kind of stuff because that's the language. It's just like I always talk about all these languages that are running around. We talked about this in network marketing that they need to get rid of because they're not applicable to the environment today. And people talk. I had an interview with these attraction marketing with what's that attractionmarketing.com people. And this is
Okay.
what one of Fern Cabello's people. They
Okay.
asked me, this is what asked me, he said, what company am I with?
Hmm.
I said, what do you mean what company I'm with? GJS Enterprises.
Hmm.
I said, let's get something here straight. All you guys who claim y'all, I said, all you guys who claim y'all leadership, and why do y'all talk in terms of what company I'm with? Y'all just said y'all still market out talking about I don't prospect, I don't do this and that. But the language, you come talk to somebody like me, the first thing I hear come out of your mouth, what company I'm with. I ain't with no company, really.
Mm-hmm.
I see some fireworks going over the railroad tracks. I'm not. I mean, you talking about what company that I'm affiliate with in network marketing? I say Amway, but that's not my company. They're just an affiliate product company. You know, sell. You know, you can say a warehouse or whatever. I said, y'all gotta get with y'all's language and change it up. You can't come talking this shit about, well, I don't do this, but then you talk about what company I'm affiliated with. I don't care. What people need to start learning. They need to start learning and transferring that language out and start talking in the terms of what's the name of your business, what's the name of your company. Stop talking in terms of a sales rep. That's the biggest problem that's going on in network marketing today is too many people, so-called leadership, still talking that sales rep bull. See, language is powerful and it sends a message to everybody who says one thing, but then they talk in another, and you're tripping over your own schwang when you say shit like that. You got to train people to talk in a language that of ownership instead of a sales rep. Too many people still in network marketing talk in terms of a sales rep. Well, I'm with Metaluca. I'm with what's the name of your business? What's the name of your company? That's what I want to know. I don't give a fuck about the damn affiliate you with, because they're all the same basically.
Yep.
And that's where the problems lie within this whole direct sales and all that other shit. The language hasn't evolved enough because still people are still talking in the way of a sales rep. Can't keep doing that. That's not going to get anybody any confidence in who you are or legitimize yourself outside the culture of the network market, because you're nothing but, it's like a buyer who buys certain products and sells them out wholesale or retail, whatever you decide. That's all a network marketing rep is. But if you want to treat it like a business, you need other tools and services and offers to have. When you just depend on that product that the network marketing culture has, and all they want you to do is be their rep, you can't really be a business, because you got one show pony. If people don't want to buy your ass out, you out of business basically. This is the whole purpose of the educational system that me and Kent belong to. And this Wednesday, they're introducing this thing. And then a lot of people don't understand this. A lot of people think you got to have a dozen funnel websites to be successful. They're going to be talking about this Wednesday at 8 o'clock, 22nd of June, talking about 3 core funnels that top marketers use. I'm talking about the top marketers in the industry today, in network marketing, online, all these stuff that they use here. If you want to understand it, go to that website. Check out that information. The top thing, this stuff is going to go down after Wednesday. It's not going to be available anymore. Okay. This is the course that you can get involved with, Launchpad, which is that's going to go down also. So if you're serious about moving ahead in 2022, because we're getting ready to end second quarter and going to third quarter of 2022, and I always tell people that what's happening in your job, they're making arrangements and making plans on their financial aspects and what they're looking for in 2023 and 2024, whether they need to keep your department or you or whatever. So you need to prepare yourself as a employee either to be prepared to quit or get out or get fired. And you need to prepare
Mm-hmm.
yourself financially. And I keep saying, don't be going getting another job. That's stupid. This is why we here to help you understand all this kind of stuff. We're here to send tools to you. Okay. And if you're following Kent, our show, the training is every weekly training. Here's his link. Same link, different, it's a link for him to you can sign up to all this and get information. My link also. So we give you information that you can help you with moving your business forward. And if you're not, I mean, this is all we can do. Moving your business
Exactly.
forward or starting a business. Whatever the two that you need to do, that information will let you get in there and start making some money as an affiliate. Okay. There's plenty of people making money in affiliate marketing right now. I'm talking about making thousands of dollars, hundred thousands of dollars a month. Um, these links, this information that we're sharing to you will help you get started in that. Can't guarantee how much you're gonna make. We can't
Right.
guarantee any damn thing. All we can do is guarantee to help you get started. It's all gonna be up to you to and how much you absorb, learn, um, whatever. Because all we do, we're just the messenger. Okay,
Yep.
that's all we can do. And we're about that time. I hope everybody's had a relaxed Father's Day. If your father is here or not, still, whatever it is, um, that's all I can say. And this is why we're here every Sunday at this time to help you understand the current situations that are going on in the world and how you can help your own self and your family. Because like I said, you can't. There's no inheritance of your job to nobody.
Yep.
So you got any last thoughts or criticisms or things you want to interject into this, Kent?
Just some things I want to interject. First of all, happy happy Father's Day from one dad to another out there. I hope you enjoyed your Father's Day. And any father, and also any father figures who've had an influence in a child's life, positive influence in a child's life. You deserve that. You deserve that recognition as well. Also, happy Juneteenth to to all my brothers and sisters. Yeah, it's an inclusive. Juneteenth is an inclusive holiday, but it specifically is the universal or the freedom of the official freedom of the American enslaved of June 19th, 1865, which was a holiday that I didn't know about, and a lot of folks, a lot of black folks in the Midwest, for the most part, didn't know about until until the early 1990s. When I knew some college friends from Texas and Oklahoma, like, oh yeah, we celebrated it every year. So as the as word starts spreading, then of course, fast forward to 2020, that holiday was was made into a federal holiday, and I think as it relates to us and what Greg and I are trying to do, we're trying to say, hey, we have the tools and we have access to the tools that can get folks to uh, to who want to start their business or elevate their business. You can take advantage of those tools and skill sets that we have access to, so you can create your own financial Juneteenth. That's what the ancestors were trying to do back in the day when they were free from slavery, and when they went out west, or when they went to the Oklahoma Territory, set up businesses and set up their own Black Wall Street in Tulsa. We all know what happened with that.
Yeah.
And not only just Tulsa, but places through Rosewood in Florida, Wilmington, North Carolina. You can you will be able to set up your own financial Wall Street, and you won't have to worry about any brick and mortar, or any cost overhead, anything like that. That can be your financial Wall Street. We just ask you to meet us halfway so we can get you to access to the tools so you can get on your way and start to build your own Juneteenth, so to speak.
Yeah, because if you got to understand something. We got all these black leaders talking about get out and vote, get out and vote. I hear talking about Obama gave the gay community access to rights to get married and all the other stuff. This is what y'all fail to understand. Voting don't mean shit unless there's some economics behind it. Since black people have a struggle with controlling anything economically, this is why a lot of things you say you want don't come to pass, because you don't control or own a lot of shit on a percentage wise. The gay community own businesses. If you look at the gay community in any area from San Francisco, Chicago, here in Columbus, Ohio, they own businesses. They're self-sufficient as far as economics. So they can band their stuff together and put some stuff together to demand certain things, buy a lot into their vote. See, the vote, y'all get the vote twisted as if all you got to do is vote. That's bullshit. That's what they tell black people. Voting is economics. And most of these people, Chinese, Latino, people that don't do this are black people. These groups vote in an economic block to get what they want. Okay? They tell these politicians, you want our vote, this is what you got to do, and this is what we're willing to pay for it. It's all economics, people. It's all economics. If we don't understand that kind of shit, yeah, you buy the vote. Even the vote that's local is bought.
Yep.
Okay? Don't let them try to tell you all voting or politics and stuff starts local. Yeah, but it's still all economics, and all that economics go up to the federal, state, and all those other things, to the presidency. Mm-hmm. It's all economics. I don't give a shit where you from until we start understanding that game of capitalism, politics is all about economics. If you ain't got no money, you don't own a business, you don't control a lot of damn monies or wealth, they're not going to do shit for you as a group. They don't give a fuck. They'll take your vote. Of course they'll take your vote. Okay? But if there ain't no money behind that mug, they don't give a shit what you say.
Mm-hmm.
So we can sit there and bitch and complain about what Biden and what Obama and everybody else didn't do. How much did you put into that campaign? About money, people. Until you start understanding that it's about money, all that bitching and complaining, all that stuff that we keep hearing people talk about, don't mean shit. It don't mean shit, people. Like I always say, at the end of this show, I didn't say this. This is a Les Brown saying. A lot of y'all gotta go to work tomorrow. A lot of y'all gotta go to that job. A lot of y'all gonna be stressed about doing it because he always says the heart attack rate goes up between now and Monday morning. But don't let that do that to you and put you in the early grave. Because at the end of the day, if you die at your desk, wherever, you'll have your job. Okay? You'll have your job in the paper before your obituary is in there. That's sad to say, but that's the truth, people.
Yep.
That's the truth. Until you understand that, you will continue to struggle. They'll continue to screw over you. And with that being said, I'm going to end the show. Everybody have a great rest of the week coming up. We'll see you next week. Same bat time, same bat channel.
Enjoy the rest of your Father's Day and the rest of Juneteenth, everybody. Y'all stay safe.
All right. Take care.